Write me a rap song about vintage Star Wars Kenner action figures in the style of, I haven't done this part yet, in the style of Eazy-E. Y'all ready for this? I wish it was singing. I was gonna get Gangsta Chewbacca to do it, but let's see. Yo, let me tell you about a hobby of mine, collecting Star Wars figures way back in time. Kenner made it in the 70s and the 80s, and now they're worth a fortune. That's no maybe. Chorus. Vintage Star Wars figures, they fly so high, got my collection stacked up high. Eazy-E be the name, and I'm the man from those classic toys. I'm a lifelong fan. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca 2, Princess Leia, R2-D2, C-3PO, who knew? These figures made from plastic and a little bit of paint, but when you look at them now, they're worth a whole lot of bank. Vintage Star Wars figures, they're so fly, got my collection stacked up high. Eazy-E be the name, and I'm the man for the classic toys of a long-time fan. Nowadays, they make figures that are highly detailed. Back in the day, it was a different tale. I would have said a different skill. Kenner made the classics that we all know and love, and that's why these vintage toys are worth so much above. Vintage Star Wars toys, they so fly, got my collection stacked up high. Eazy-E be the name, and I'm the man for the classic toys. I'm a long-time fan, lifelong fan. So if you're looking for a hobby to start, collecting Star Wars figure is a work of art. They're worth a lot of dough. That's no lie. Eazy-E out. Peace until the next time. So how about that? Y'all like that? Ain't that crazy? Ain't that weird? You don't have to do just songs. So let's see what else we can. Anybody in the chat know something good to ask them? Let's see here. Oh, how about this? What can you tell me about the YouTuber called that Junkman that makes videos about Star Wars and old 80s toys? Let's go back here. I lost my Junkman is a popular YouTube content creator who focuses on a topic related to vintage Star Wars toys and collectibles from the 80s. He is known for his expertise in the subject matter and his passion of sharing his knowledge with his viewers. Junkman, whose real name is Michael. Does it think I'm Michael French? Has been creating content on YouTube since 2010. That's not true at all. His channel features a wide range of videos, including reviews of vintage Star Wars figures, interviews with a few collectors, and exports from toy stores and conventions. In addition to his Star Wars content, that Junkman also covers other vintage toys from the 80s, including G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Masters of the Universe. He often shares personal stories of his own experience with these toys and is significant in his life. Overall, the Junkman channel is a great resource for anyone interested in vintage Star Wars toys and collectibles, as well as fans of the 80s pop culture in general. His videos are entertaining, informative, and often unique in the world of toy collecting. Who is Larry J Wampa on that Junkman's channel? You think it knows Larry J Wampa? Let's see. Larry J Wampa is a fictional character created by the Junkman who often appears in his videos. Larry is humorous take on a Wampa creature from Star Wars, which appears in the film Empire Strikes Back. Larry J Wampa is portrayed as a sarcastic and opinionated character who often provides comedy commentary on the toys and collectibles being used in the Junkman's video. He is known for his voice achieved through audio manipulation. That's true. In many of his videos, that Junkman will cut in a short of a Wampa toy or figurine, and Larry's voice can be heard providing commentary. The character has become a popular part of the Junkman channel. Is often mentioned by fans in the comments section. It is worth noting that Larry J Wampa is not an official character of the Star Wars franchise and exists solely with the content of that Junkman's videos. Man, it knows Larry. I cannot believe it. A little over here. Who is Russ that appears on that Junkman's YouTube channel about toys? Okay, I'll ask about the turd size. Russ is a co-host of the Junkman channel. He is one of the main contributors, I don't know about that, to the channel, along with its creator and host, Michael Mercy. Michael Mercy. Junkman's real name is Michael Mercy. Russ is a toy collector and shares his knowledge and passion with toys from various franchises such as G.I. Joe, Transformers, Master Universe. He has also provided insightful commentary and analysis on toy history, design, and playability. I don't think he does that. Together with Michael, I'm Michael Mercy, Russ helps to create entertainment information videos that appeal to the toy collector's fan base. It sure did. Tell me a joke about Star Wars action figures. Hush. In the style of Mitch Hedberg. Did I spell his name right? Man, I bought a Star Wars action figure the other day, but when I got home and opened it, it was a tiny plastic representation of my disappointment in the latest trilogy. That is a Mitch Hedberg joke. Kinda. I mean, it don't make that much sense. Man, I tried to do it in his voice. Man, I bought a Star Wars action figure the other day. When I got home and opened it, it was just a tiny plastic representing my disappointment in the latest trilogy. That is... Oh, that is good. That is good. Let's see here. Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright. Write a joke in the style about... about action figures in the 80s. I used to collect action figures in the 80s, but I never knew what to do with them. I mean, sure, I can make them fight each other, but then what? I couldn't exactly take them to dinner and introduce them to my parents. It was like having a bunch of plastic... It was like having a bunch of tiny plastic friends who were always ready to throw down. Man, I'm surprised at that. Okay, let's do Seinfeld. Write me a joke. In the style of Jerry Seinfeld about, let's give it more, about Mego action figures from the 70s. That's more of Jerry Seinfeld type. What's the deal with Mego action figures from the 70s? I mean, it's like they've forgotten, it's like they're the forgotten stepchild of the toy world. Oh my God. Everyone's all about the Barbie dolls and the G.I. Joe toys. But what about the poor old Mego? It's like they're the kids of a birthday party who nobody wants to sit next to. I had Mego Star Wars when I was a kid and I loved that thing. But my friends would come over and be like, what is this? Some knockoff superhero? And I'm like, no man, it's Mego, the original superhero action figure. But they didn't get it. It's a real shame because Mego had some really cool toys back in the day. But I guess I'll just have to live out the hearts of nostalgia nerds like me. That's funny, man. Write me a joke in the style of Mitch Hedberg about let's do G.I. Joe action figures. Sure, here's a joke in the style of Mitch Hedberg. I used to have a G.I. Joe action figure when I was a kid, but I always felt sorry for him, you know? He was always at war fighting Cobra and trying to save the world. I mean, the guy never got a break. I wanted to give him a day off. Maybe take him to the beach or something, but he didn't have any swimming trunks, and I was about to make him swim in his combat boots and camo pants. That's just cruel, man. Oh my God, that does sound... it's a little wordy for Mitch Hedberg, but I do see where that sounds like Mitch Hedberg. I do see that. In the style of Mitch... It gets Mitch Hedberg. If you don't know Mitch Hedberg, check him out. Pretty funny. Stormtroopers from Star Wars. Stormtroopers from Star Wars are like the opposite of Nazis. Nazis are silent and deadly, while Stormtroopers are loud and miss completely. That's pretty good. It's not the funniest joke, but it's pretty good. Okay, let's try. Write me a joke in the style of Bill Burr about the Force Awakens. Let's see. All right, settle down, folks. I can't hear him saying that. So I saw Star Wars The Force Awakens the other way. I gotta tell you, I haven't seen that many white people running around since the last Boston Marathon. But seriously, folks, I love the movie. But it was a little confusing. They had all these new characters and planets and shit. Hang it, cuss. I feel like I need a goddamn Star Wars encyclopedia just to keep up. And what's with Kylo Ren? I mean, the guy's supposed to be the big badass villain, but he spends half the movie throwing a tantrum like a 4-year-old who's been told he can't have any more candy. But hey, at least I got to see Han Solo and Chewbacca back in action. And although I gotta say Harrison Ford looked like he was just there for a paycheck, I mean, the guy's been phoning it in since the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Anyway, that's my take on The Force Awakens. Now he'll excuse me. I'm gonna watch The Empire Strikes Back for the millionth time, pretend the whole Disney trilogy never happened. Oh, I gotta put that up. I gotta put that on Twitter. The haters are gonna like that one.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.